Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of the Deadly series playthrough. In this episode we go to Shadows Within, which is a side mission that we actually got from an event in the event deck, in the city event deck. Then we also go to Doom Trench, which is a main story mission. Now it's only 2 scenarios today and a bit of a shorter run. That's just because we had the Q&A session with Craig from Flaming Fowl about the Jaws of the Lion DLC at the end during the stream. So if you'd like to catch up on that, I will make a little link up here in the corner for you to be able to check that out. So if you do want to go and check that video out, go do so. All right, let's get into episode 17 of the Deadly playthrough. So today in the Deadly series chat, because we've got to carry on with this, let's go. We've got a couple of different options of what we can do. I like the idea of doing like one main, one side. I like that kind of composition if we've got it. So we've got Underwater Lagoon, which we can now do because we do actually have water breathing. We have Nightmare Peaks. We could go do a boss mission. This is a particularly tricky one. Actually, no, this is one of the easier boss missions now that I think about it. It's like one of those ones where it's quite hard to get to the boss, but once you get to the boss, realistically, it's not too bad. We've got Shrine of Strength. So this is an awkward one to get the chest. I remember this one always being very just annoying, awkward. You've got Echo Chamber as well, but we've done that one fairly recently on the community save. Vibrant Grotto, we don't really need to do. Apparently, we still have that, or has that been completed? Completed. Okay. We also got like Shadows Within to go do as well. Maybe we'll go do Shadows Within. Let's go do Shadows Within. It's nice to get like one of these little side quests done, I think. We'll go do this. I think we bought everything that we did last time. We don't need to do anything. Let's just go straight in. Aren't all boss missions easy with Shiroi? That's, yeah, kind of true. I think all boss missions in general are quite easy. Like, it's just...
It is almost midnight when you arrive at the Silent Bridge. Looking around,
it's really difficult for boss missions to be hard because the hard nature of Gloomhaven often comes with having a room full of enemies and having to deal with that problem. So unless a boss comes with a load of like additional enemies that you have to kill, I think just kill the boss style win conditions are quite easy.
Around you are robed men and their guards.
Gloomhaven Square A disagrees. Well, that's because it has a lot of the kill all enemies sort of vibe to it. And it's got long... It's hard. Like, the harder ones are the ones you have to travel a lot to get to. If you have to travel really far. Like, you have to go through, like, 3 huge rooms full of enemies. Very hard to get through. Then you hit the boss. Like, Temple of the Eclipse is exactly the same. I like Temple... that would be... Or was it Temple of Eclipse? Temple of Elements. That's exactly the same. Like, it wouldn't be very difficult if you could just go pretty much straight to the boss. But because you've got, like, 2 really annoying rooms you've got to clear first before you get there. By the time you get there, you're kind of, like, beaten up. And it's like the enemies kind of, yeah, can take advantage of that. I've got that command Braz as well as DLC. A pretty similar command, I think. But yeah, it's a good idea. Right. Battle goals. Kill all enemies in all rooms. Yeah, we're pretty good at that. Have 3 or fewer cards in your hand. Or have 5 or more in your hand. So do you want to burn cards or not burn cards? Well, we're going to burn 1 for sure. I mean, we can burn cards fairly easily. We have to do battle goals because of our personal quest here, so we really need to make sure that we remember this. I guess having 3 or fewer is easier to control than having 5 or more, right? If things go bad, we can still kind of get it through that. Reveal a room tile? Absolutely, we can do that. And Hunter, kill 1 or more elite monsters. Probably not. Gain 7 or fewer experience. Yeah, it's kind of possible with this build. It is kind of possible with this build. I like that. What's the biggest single damage hit I've landed? It was lucky enough to get 108 with the Scoundrel once. Single target? I don't actually know. But you'd be looking at somebody like the Scoundrel. If like for single target, it would probably be the Scoundrel and Backstab, right? I mean, that's pretty big. Unless you had some way of pushing up even more. Like, I mean, I've done some really big Infernos where I've pumped a load of damage in, but I would have done a lot of damage to obviously lots of things. But to one single target, I mean, Backstab's probably the best card for it. It would be close between Backstab and maybe something to do with the Doomstalker, right? Because if you played the Doomstalker and you did, like, you doomed something, right? So if you get this, so you use this, you use Rain of Arrows, and you attack them with advantage, with Expose, and you attack them for like 5. So that'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus maybe whatever you pull, and power potions and stuff. You could probably get up to a similar number here. Didn't I do 200? Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, of course, the Brute. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, balanced measure with the Brute. However much that was. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Balanced measure with the Brute. You can easily get up, yeah, up to that kind of number. Because you just constantly just move around and then you just change all of the damage, all of it to damage. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty nuts. Right. 3 rooms. We've got some cultists. Cultists are obviously the kind of the main baddies we want to deal with here. Retaliate's a little bit annoying for the bear, so I think I want to try and put the bear in the middle here if possible, like so it goes towards the cultists. I want the bear to go towards the cultists. If I can get Burning Hatred to work, I can kind of skirt around the Retaliate a little bit with Burning Hatred. So maybe I should try and do that. I seem to be missing one of my ranged attacks. I wonder why. It must be because I sided in Fatal Fury last time. I don't think I've unsideboarded properly here. So I just want to make fire. So in order to do that, I should play Devil Horns. Really. That's all we got going on here. Yeah, I like this. And then for you, it's really going to be probably attacking these guys. Again, I haven't put Race to the Grave back in, chat. I've forgotten. Damn it. I should have unsideboarded from last time. I mean, this is fine, though. I'm not minding this. It's just I miss Race from the Grave. It's just so good. Bottom of Darkened Skies might be quite good in this scenario, though. Alright, well, we know we're going to do Ancient Ward. We'll probably just get poisoned up or something. Put the bear there. No summons, please. Doesn't look like we got any summons. That's good. And before everybody as well. That's also good. Let's... Gonna be getting some curses though. Don't mind so much getting curses right now. I can probably get rid of them. I got advantage and stuff. I can probably start to certainly get rid of them. It's just whether or not I go for this or not. These are attack 3s. These are attack 3s with curse. So sort of makes sense really to go for these guys. And if I'm gonna do that, Ooh. Good, nice start to that. We'll get this back. You're going to be taking a break from Gloomhaven for a bit. Horizon Forbidden West comes out on Friday. That's I've seen a couple of reviews for that. Looks like it's very good. Although there looks like there's some bugs with it. Like just some weird kind of graphical bugs and stuff. Unfortunately, I do not have a... I'm not blessed and do not have a PS5, so... I shall be waiting for that to come out on PC. I have been playing through the original on PC recently. I've been enjoying it. I'm on a little bit of a break from it at the moment, though. Just don't have the time to give it. And then Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a game I am very interested in playing. Would you guys be interested in me streaming it? Out of curiosity? I occasionally do stream other games, you know. And, I mean, the last time I did that was Cyberpunk, when we actually streamed something different. I've been thinking about it. I haven't played a Souls game before as well. So you guys can, like, fully laugh at me as I completely struggle terribly at the game. yes to Elden Ring. Awesome. I'm really excited for it, but I will, full disclosure, I will probably be terrible. Horizon will be awesome. Day 0 patch should clear up stuff people saw in the preview. Ah, that's good. I know there's just like, I watch Skill Up. He's kind of like my reviewer of choice at the moment. And I know that he kind of showed off in his review, like, just some weird, like, pop-in and stuff. Like, stuff you just, like, immersion-breaking stuff. Like, it's not going to ruin the game. Like, the game is completely playable. It's not breaking the game. Just slight, like, immersion-breaking stuff, which detracts a little bit from, obviously, like, how beautiful the game is. Like, it's such an amazing-looking game. And to just have those minor problems. Nice. Ooh, I think I'll go you and you, because I think I can probably kill this. Is it target 3 or is it target 2? Target 3? No way. Oh, wow. This thing's even better than I remember it being. I take it all back. Darkened Sky's bottom is actually legit where it's at. Save up for lots of bonks. Yeah. Excuse me, I thought I was a lifetime Gloomhaven streamer. That's why we're adding more content. I know, you guys don't really want to give me a break, do you? This is where we find out that it actually releases on the same day as Elden Ring, just to, you know, really stick the knife in. "99% playing Elder will be terrible." That's true. I say I've never played a Souls game before. Never. Should be an interesting experience for me. Just don't really want to take the Retaliate. And it makes sense for me to just stay here, doesn't it, really? I guess I should do this first. Get advantage, and hopefully we get some good draws here. Pretty good. Jump over to get the cultist at the back, but then I wouldn't be able to get this guy, right? I was more concerned with getting the Hound, I think. But Yeah, maybe. To be honest, that actually could work in my favor because I've now managed to lower my health and I should be able to Defiance of Death, like, soon. It'll be relatively easier than Dark Souls. Yeah, I think they have said that. I think I remember reading somewhere that they said that they're actually, they're not putting an easy mode in because there's this whole, like, should they put easy mode thing in? Like, I hear that and see that all the time. I know that. But, if they're not putting an easy mode in, then I think they sort of implied that the game will be a bit easier anyway. And then you can kind of choose your difficulty a little bit. Most people that I've seen say, like, oh, just play magic. If you get stuck, just use magic. Because, like, magic is, like, just an easy way to play the game, or an easier way to play the game. Because you don't have to worry about doing all of the dodging and stuff like that as much. What am I? 11 out of 22. That is awkwardly exactly half. That is a bit awkward, isn't it? We'll try this. We shall try this. What's the range on this? 4? Good. What are we doing here? I think on the Beast Tyrant, we just need to probably control up these guys at the back. These two are probably dead. So it's really just these I need to worry about here. What, disarm maybe? If I heal everybody, that's probably going to cause an issue with the Berserker maybe. I guess I could use Rampage. Yeah, that's fine. No! 10 is not the number I wanted to see there. That means I can't really kill this turn now. Well, that blows. Nothing I can do about it either. Nope. Man, that was a really annoying draw. The bear's probably just going to kill it too, right? The bear's actually just going to kill it. Run away from the bear. Actually have to run away from the bear. No blood pact, I guess. Yikes. That was kind of risky. Got away with it, though. We can just pretend like we're playing with Blood Pact now, chat. That's what we just have to do. Pretend. Ooh, okay. Well, that was nice. Let's disarm you at the back. Move you forward a little bit.
THX for all your help. My friend and I both unlocked Music Note last session. I let him have and I'm playing Craig now, smile.
Hey, Rents. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. 2 months in a row. It's very kind. Thank you so much for the support. I'm glad I helped out. Glad you're enjoying the game. You've unlocked the Music Note last session. You love him. Oh, you let him have it, and now you're playing Craig. Well, there you go. You're playing the best character anyway, right? It's a win-win. That's a win-win. Do I want to get some cards back here? Feels like I do need to. Good bear. That miss was kind of annoying. But I was being clever with the expose as well. Nope. I probably shouldn't have used the health potion there either. That was a mistake. Because if I'm going to do this, then I really don't need to. And now I'm at 11 again. Yeah, that was a bit silly. I should have waited until I could do this, and then I could have done that afterwards. Don't I have a little multi-attack here? I do. Relentless Offensive would be quite nice here. Attack this and attack this. And potentially... Rain of Arrows afterwards. Hey, VJ. I am doing well, buddy. How are you? Ancient Ward and Venomous Ally. Yeah, just a little bit messed up here. I shouldn't have given myself that extra health. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Oh, maybe it will now. Ooh. Wrong one, though. I want you to attack this guy. Are they summoning or something? No. So I'll get attack for 2. I think that's good, actually. Because they're not going to turn on Defiance of Death now. Or I should do, unless he misses. You've been on a Gloomhaven break, if there's such a thing. Been playing Dead by Daylight. I have to say that's a game that I don't have much experience with. I've watched people play it. But I'll be honest, I don't really know what's going on. But I've seen people play it. Oh, of course, because he was focusing the bear. I didn't think that through either. It doesn't really matter. I guess that's fine. I guess it's fine. Poison. Expose. Let's use expose. Kind of like the same deal, right? It mitigates 1 shield, poison extra 1 damage. The only times it would matter more is if you're trying to draw times 2, I guess. Go for that combo. Such a good combo. It's just fun for survivors versus a killer game. Nice if you have friends, family to play with. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen like people play it on Twitch, and they've always... It seems to be the kind of game that can get quite toxic. So I've kind of been like, nah, I don't know if I want to play that. Lucy4, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the adventuring party. Thank you for using your Bezos bucks. Your Prime Gaming sub here. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Thank you for taking money out of Jeff Bezos' space program and giving it to me. I appreciate it. I'm totally right. People can be toxic, which is why you often shy away from online games. Yeah, I mean, it's more of the kind of like open mic, because it's like a co-op game, and then it's like an against game. So unless you have like a really tight group of people, I feel like it's got that kind of breeding ground for like. It's kind of like a lot of team-based games that can often just be randomly match-made. I think a lot of them have that problem because. You know, people just tend to blame other people on their team for all of the problems that their team has. It's kind of like why I stopped playing Dota, to be honest. It just got too toxic. I just couldn't, like, every time I go back to it, I just immediately regret it. Because it's just, you get in a game and then, like, two people fall out and then that's it for the whole game. And it ruins it. I think it's just team games in general, because then you can just blame your team. And that's when things get bad. That's you with League. Same deal, isn't it? Same kind of thing. You like enhancing one of the bottom one of those Berserker cards with Strengthen? Absolutely. I'm working towards the gold to probably enhance. It's probably going to be Bounce Back first. Maybe Resolute Stand first. But yes, one of these two cards will be enhanced with Strengthen once I get the money. JJ, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub as well. Welcome to the adventuring party, my friend. Good to have you here with us. I really appreciate the support. Welcome in. By the way, you can all use your new cool emotes. All brand new emotes that I had done. Yeah, Spiked Armor, Burning Hatred. That'll be a good attack. Camouflage. Ooh, I should be doing this much more. I forgot that I enhanced this last time. We got it. We got it.
Hello? What? What's all this then? What's all this? What's all this I've been hearing about some other expansion or something? They've suddenly decided that something else exists, have they? Have I eaten him? No. He goes off and has a break. Well, I don't know about this. Oh, there we go. You hear there's a Jaws of the Lion character that likes obstacles more than me. Thoughts? Well, it's impossible. That's impossible, surely. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And they're a tiny quattrel. Don't make me laugh. You're joking, right? There has to be some kind of joke. Right, draw that bless straight away. There it is. I thought it was supposed to be a random shuffle.
Yeah, boy. A little bit spicy.
That's about as good as my normal shuffle, that is. Or it's worse than the actual normal game. Suspicious shuffling. Very Very suspicious shuffling. Oh, you booked me. Need an overkill emo. I'll get him on it. I'll get him to right on it. Hang on, what's that? No. Oh, I did that one wrong. Hang on. Well, that wasn't worth it. I guess that sort of works. In a roundabout way. Oh, you go there. Right, long rest. Hey, Craig, I'll send you a fresh falcon to eat. Oh, that was the falcon. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. I missed it. Oh, I'll get rid of these, I reckon. Well, I need to burn cards tonight, so... Oh, what do you reckon? One of these. Oh, my time's up anyway. Right, well, he can figure out what to do then. Here you go.
Look at that, Craig. Very insightful. I don't think he realizes that, I mean, she could be his best friend in Jaws of the Lion. They could be best friends. They could, like, run off together into the sunset. It's going to be, like, the best pairing ever of two characters, the Demolitionist and the Crackheart. They get to play the whole campaign together, too. I'm just going to go for it, I think.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a bit of a grim scene in here, isn't it? Yes! Unlimited power! Oh!
Now that's a lot of damage!
Now that's a lot of damage. Wow. Crit plus... We've got a crit and a +2 on... Wait, crit +2 and like +1, or is it +2 on the other living spirit? Perfect draws. We got all of the perfect draws. Wow. Now that's a lot of emotional damage. For the living spirits, yeah. They, I don't think they didn't have a great time there. Don't think they're very happy about that. What to get rid of? Yeah, probably this. Did we get fire too? We did. We'll just wipe this room and carry on, shall we? Not even needed. Not even needed. I'll probably just go and open the next door. Non-living spirits. Yeah, that's one way to describe them. Hey, Silver Kieran. How's it going? Good to see ya. Right, so we do this one first. See if we can kill one of these. Ooh, +2, -2. +2? -2? Wow, we made such short work of this room, didn't we? What? What is this shuffling, devs? Explain. I mean, maybe this is just really good. Draw Bless as your next attack? What? What? I mean, I'm not going to complain. But that can't be right. That really can't be right. Surely not. How much gold have I picked up? 18? So, well on our way to that 100 gold that we need for the strength and enhancement. Well on our way. Is he attacking? He is. Yeah, sure. Let's get you there like that. Now's a pretty good time to open the door. Because we know they're not summoning, so... The worst thing that can happen to us here is that there's living spirits.
When you open the stone door, you see an altar in the middle of the room, pulsing with a strange red energy.
Oh, I remember this now.
One of the cultists turns to you and lowers her cape, revealing a smile. It is the woman from the brown door.
Treachery. We've been duped.
Just in time for the sacrifice, she says, as she turns to the altar. We needed strong blood to complete our ritual. The cultists begin chanting as you heft your weapon and charge.
Orzov, man. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Orzov. Very good choice of guild. I was always a Gruul guy myself. I've always been a bit of a Gruul guy. We will be seeing Jaws of the Lion character guides eventually with the digital release. Absolutely. Captain Honesty. So, all monsters heal 1 damage at the start of each of their turns if they are within 2 hexes of the altar in the last room. All mercenaries and mercenary summons suffer 1 damage at the start of each of their turns if they are within 2 hexes of the altar in the last room. So... I just bring them out of the room? Right? I'm not thinking that that's fine. I mean, that seems fine. Rakdos for the win. It was always Gruul, and like Boros. I mean, I've always been a red player at heart. Although Rakdos was also pretty good. But back when I started playing, I used to play like red deck wins all the time, and Burning Tree Emissary was like one of my favorite cards. I remember I was playing in a tournament and I had all 4 of my Burning Tree Emissaries in my first hand, and I played them all on turn 2 and my opponent scooped. That was the highlight. Hey Morthai, how's it going? What's the win condition for this scenario? Just kill all of the enemies. That's it. So pretty easy, really. I just need to remember that I need to exhaust here, though. Or is it? Or is it? Yeah, maybe not. This one has like a... does this one have a twist? It might have a twist. Where like... Oh, yeah. Isn't there like some spirits come out of this or something? Yeah, I think maybe you're right. I think now remembering, isn't like 2 like living spirits show up or something? Yeah. That does sound familiar now, actually. I could try go for a big darkened skies here, couldn't I? Go kind of late, go fresh kill, see what happens, see if these guys come forward. I quite like that. One, two. 10. Yep. Well, they'll definitely come forward now. Some greetings from Cassandra to me. Where's Cassandra? I'm intrigued. No spoilers. Yeah. Hey, Dartha. Sup with Prime Broken? I hope not. I think you need to, like, scroll down. Or maybe you don't have it available. Sometimes that happens. For the twist scenarios, it's a little bit annoying because in the board game, there's obviously a once you do this, read the next section of the book. Whereas in digital, there's no way to tell if there's going to be more fighting. Yeah, I mean, so... Absolutely, because you're really tempted to min-max, right? Because I know that I want to try and do a battle goal here. And because this is all it is, it might seem a little bit easy. You might be like, wow, that scenario was kind of a bit short and easy. But because there's no other inclination, you might just like start just burning cards, like to do your battle goals or get XP. And then suddenly there's like another phase. That could be a little bit annoying because then you'll have no way to like just restart round because you've probably spent multiple turns running around, picking up gold and doing all of that stuff. So yeah, I can absolutely sympathize with that. I don't think it's not terrible if you know it's coming, but yeah, it can be a little bit frustrating. I need gold, so I think I might just go here, to be honest. Use this as a move to... Keep getting me gold. You just played this scenario yesterday with a friend. You had quite a nasty surprise when you burned cards thinking it was close to finish. Yeah, there you go. I like the way that there's like a bit of a surprise, but also, I mean, I've been vocal saying that I actually think that there should be more information in the game. That's like my general opinion. I think I'm going to have disadvantage against this one guy, aren't I? I guess it's okay, though. Who's Cassandra? Already forgotten the story of Forgotten Circles. I haven't played Forgotten Circles. it's on my like pile of shame over there because I was going to play it with my Gloomhaven group. Then COVID happened, so I couldn't play it with them. And then they released a whole thing about how they're going to readjust the class and that they were printing new cards for it. So I put the whole thing just on hold until I could get my hands on the new cards. And then there was like printing errors and stuff like that. So it's just been, yeah, it's just been set back, really. Okay, let's Obviously these guys are sort of taken care of, so it's really just these two over here. I mean, I can Rain of Arrows and immobilize one of them. That's pretty good, I would think. I'm trying to just find some opportunities here with the Beast Tyrant to get a bit closer as well. I think we can long rest here. We're okay there. Ooh, bad choice. Summon Living Bones. Bad choice. That's the one you don't want to see. That's the one that gets around disarm. I think I might just attack this with disadvantage and see if I can kill it. Bit risky. But I mean, doing some damage here is really not going to achieve anything now. And that's why you do that. And now we can kill this with the bear, so at least we only get 2 skeletons. Alright, don't miss now. Good job, Bear. Sorry about those printing stuff issues. Pretty much was out of your hands with deadlines and stuff. No fun. Have you been able to grab a set of updated cards? I haven't actually, no. I mean, I checked it. I know that initially it kind of went... I think it was initially very, very popular. And I think it went out of stock, or like you could, or it couldn't be shipped to the UK or something. I remember there being something that was, or was really expensive or something. I can't remember exactly. And then I kind of went, okay, no worries. I think, I don't know if you guys were like looking at, you know, making it more available for everyone. But then I believe that there was then like a printing coloration issue or something. There was some sort of issue with like the quality of the printing. And so then it was like kind of frozen for a while. And then I was just kind of just waiting, really. And to be honest, at that point, you know, COVID happened and like the game kind of went to the back of my mind and I didn't really check again. So I haven't checked recently. I don't know if it's something that I could get now. Do I want to use a potion here to get back Ancient Ward? I think that's probably a pretty good idea because I'm going to be down the barrel a little bit on the next turn. We're going to have 2 extra skeletons on the board. Not very nice. Get more back to just give something a shield. Think of it like a video game fighting a boss. Think you've killed it, and then surprise, it changes form. Yeah, I like the whole, like, you know, second phase of a monster. But as KP says, in a video game, you very rarely burn all of your resources, and you kind of have to stop. Whereas in Gloomhaven, it's a resource-driven game. So it's in my opinion, it's more similar to like something like Age of Empires or like any kind of strategy game in which you send your entire army in to go fight this thing, and then the game goes, surprise, there's another base over there. And you got to beat that with all the people that you've got, you know? It's like, oh. And it's okay. Like, it's not too bad because you could fail and then you come back and you try it again and you know next for the future. It's not terrible. But it's not as similar as like as in a video game where it's just like, oh, the boss has got another phase. You're like, oh, wow. Like, you can just, like, generally speaking, you can just keep fighting. You haven't got like any other things to worry about there. Sure, you might burn through all your health potions or something like that, but it's not like you're intentionally taking damage to use your health potions. You know? Bit of a weird analogy, but yeah. Thank you so much for the follow, Hidden Tree Hippo, and also Z12 Makado. Lamakido, I hope I said that right. Welcome, guys. I really appreciate it. And Hidden Tree Hippo as well. Thanks so much for the Prime Gaming sub. It's very kind of you. Welcome to the adventuring party, my friend. Thank you for using your Bezos bucks here. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Morthai as well. Thanks, dude. Welcome to the quest. Things to get rid of. Fail Fury could be quite nice. I guess Strength and Agony, I'm just probably not going to use it. I don't need to move much more, right? I don't need to move much more. I need to try and get fire, though. That's for sure. I need to get me some fire. And that's going to be easier said than done with only a load of move 2s. Actually, maybe I should have just kept that for the move 4. I might regret that now. Like, damn it, now I need to move 4. Get 31. I'm tempted to short rest and go invisible here. Might be a bit risky. But I'm going early here, though, aren't I? Yeah. Nah, we'll be okay. We'll be fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Maybe I'll burn expose. 10? It's fine. Nuke counter broke? How many have I missed? It's probably because I've just missed it. There you go. Boom. Or maybe I'll do another one. Boom. Just in case I missed another one. What are they doing? Nothing. I'll disarm them afterwards. I'll disarm them for next turn. Hey, Blackbeard. It's just not consistent with the rest of the game, where it is strictly better to min-max and burn extra cards at the end. Yeah, exactly. Like, in a standard kind of RPG, you generally don't get experience for playing abilities. You generally get experience for, you know, killing enemies, or I guess, you know, completing quests or performing, you know, maybe certain tasks or something. It's rare that you would just go, hey, here's some XP, you know? That's quite a rare thing. The files for Diviner 2.0 are available as free for PDF and for cheap via drive-through cards. $2.99, I think. And printing issues should be fixing that. Awesome. I'll take a look. I definitely want to get myself a copy of it. I do really like the some of the changes. Go, go, bear. Are we on 7? We're on 7 XP. Yikes, can't play Ancient World anymore, guys. Well, I guess it was worth a try. That's the problem with, like, I really dislike this battle goal. And I mean, I dislike this one. I dislike the one that's, like, use no items. Because they're basically, like, kind of play badly. Or, I guess, don't play, like, regularly for a reward that is not great. And the problem is that because you only get 2, you could get both, like, 2-point perks that are not very good. You get bad combination. You could get, like, one that's just not very good for your character. And then this one. You know, so, like, maybe if you got 3 and you could pick one from the 3, it wouldn't be quite as bad. Because then you could be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is fine. I'll do that. But when you get just 2, I think it's too often that you can get 2 that aren't very good. And then you get these ones that aren't very fun. Dan Ransom, thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub, buddy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. 3-month support, dude. Quest continues. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for using your Bezos bucks. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks. They really need to add the extra battle goals pack. Well, there I am going to be discussing something like that. That might be in the list of questions for Craig later. Might be. The nature of chance is that there has to be a bad chance. Yeah, but I just dislike ones that, like, actively encourage you or will want you to not engage with elements of the game. Like, I just don't think that's good design. Like, it's not good design to design a mechanic and then say to players, don't do this mechanic. I don't know. It just feels alien to me. It's like, oh, you know, here's the big red button. Don't push the red button. What? Why? Oh, I'll give you, like, points if you don't push the red button. It's like, but now I want to push the red button. It's just weird. It's like a rug pull on the game. It's like, hey, here's all these cool cards. You can earn so much experience points if you play this at the right time. Okay, well, here's the battle goal though, and says don't earn any XP. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem with our movement, isn't it? I think I have to just kind of get in there just so that I can at least get close at some point. Yikes. So that's how his battle goals are in Frosthaven. Maybe comes to digital, but unlikely. I don't know. There's a chance that kind of stuff could come over. I feel like there is a very good chance that stuff like that could come over. They've already shown that they're willing to put in some of the, you know, rules adjustments from Frosthaven, and they've basically implemented the line of sight system from Jaws, which maybe could have been like a bit of a precursor to a bit of a hint that they were considering it. But, you know, the fact that they've added these rules to the game, the summon movements, the line of sight, the advantage disadvantage rule, I felt like this shows that there's definitely an intention on kind of adding things to the game that improve it, like by just, you know, the game rule set and things about the game have naturally evolved over time, and I think that they're willing to do that. They're not just kind of like stuck in their ways of just saying we have to do it this way. You agree the battle goals are best when they lead you to play in an interesting and varied way that doesn't take away from the game. Not getting XP is just boring. Yeah. That's just... Yeah, I mean, if it said something like... I'm trying to think, like, what a good compromise to a battle goal like that would be. Something like... I don't know. Maybe it's hard to make one to do with XP gain. Maybe it's hard to make one with XP gain. It's just, I think it's also a trap that maybe new players, it encourages new players to play in a way that's maybe not so, so good either. Because if you're a brand new player, you might be under the impression like, oh, hey, let's do this. Because you get the battle goal and you force it, and then you lose the scenario because you force it. And I think like the value of it is maybe not so obvious. That's actually quite a clutch muddle right there. We're about to get attacked for 5, so...
Now that's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. I mean, to be honest, I could just try and kill him. I'll just try and kill him anyway. Well, that kind of does it. Maybe it said do not take any XP from your cards that would normally give you XP. So the player cannot punish themselves, but it doesn't punish the team. Oh, like, so for example, you get it, and then it just says you cannot gain XP this scenario, but then you automatically get it. I don't know, that still feels pretty mean. That's like a really big drawback. Pick an XP number at the beginning of the scenario and get the perk point if you get within one of your goal. That's kind of an interesting one. Because then you're going to get to a point where you're like, I cannot earn any more XP. But then it's your own fault, right? You've set that number, so it's kind of your own fault if that happens. You've got control over it. Yeah, about the Forgotten Circle stuff, I think it's going to be very difficult. I think one of the reasons why maybe we've seen Jaws first, I'm not saying that they will do Forgotten Circles, I'd have no idea, but the reason why I think we see Jaws is because Jaws is relatively, like, I mean, there are some difficult scenarios in there, but I mean, it's relatively, like, core Gloomhaven gameplay. Like, there's not too much other stuff going on, whereas I think that expansion's a bit more of a, yeah, it's got a lot of other, like, stuff going in it that's, and I don't know, I guess it's a bit more of, like, a story-based one in places, so it's, yeah, just, like, a bit awkward. This looks pretty good to me. There's a long rest here. Summoning again, eh? I dislike that. Envelope X? Yeah, maybe. Hey, Schmoky Ponk. Hello from Germany. Thanks for the great content. Still helping you get through quarantine. Awesome. Well, I hope your quarantine is going well. We're now pretty much completely opened up, which is really weird. Really. Quite a weird thing. We've basically had all kind of restrictions lifted. And, like, in terms of isolation and stuff, like, the rules have been really relaxed. Don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, a good thing or not, you know? Ooh, big hits. Oh, still gonna get another summon. That's unfortunate. I mean, skeletons are not too bad for my team to deal with, but we've definitely had a lot of summons. We haven't done a good job. One thing this team's not great at is, like, against the utility enemies. Well, this team's average against those because we only have, like, one stun, but we have loads of disarm. So we're great against the majority of enemies that we face, but we're not super good against summoning enemies or like shamans, for example. Like our initiative is not really early, so against like shamans we're not so good. Against cultists we're not so good. I could just side in more stuns from my berserker, I guess, for these kinds of scenarios to help mitigate that a bit. But then it feels like I'm giving up damage to get the stuns, and just feels, yeah, a little bit strange. I just think it's just a slight weakness of this party, really. Thank you so much for the follow, Lionel. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Welcome to the quest, my friend. Interesting that this... Is this bugged? Because... Is it the end of their turn? All monsters at the start of each of their turns. Oh, did I just wound it that turn? No. Shouldn't this have healed the wound off? Am I going mad, chat? Is it... No, they just heal a damage. So it's not a... They don't take a heal action. Right? They don't take a heal action, they just heal 1 damage. He was the stunned one? Yeah, but is it... Do they take an action or not? Stun... So they are like... It is... Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a scenario effect, for example. Because, like, stun would only affect, like, this thing from taking its turn. So if it says, like, all monsters... do a heal 1 action at the beginning of their turn, that's a bit different than saying, you know, they just heal 1, right? It's kind of like a little bit different. I mean, I don't mind it, whichever way it is. Depends on how they coded it. True. Just interested on how it's kind of like the wording is really important for like this kind of thing. Because obviously if it's them performing an action, they're stunned, therefore they cannot perform an action. That makes sense. But if it's just they should be healing as like a scenario effect because the altar is healing them, thematically, they're not performing the heal action. It's like this is a little support character following them around, healing them, right? So therefore, it shouldn't matter if they're stunned or not. They do a heal action. Cool. So maybe it's a bit different in digital, so in physical, maybe. Because, like, the wording would... But then, obviously, you know, they can't put all of the wording from the book up here. They've got to put, like, a abridged version that just makes sense. So, it's fair enough. Guess we do an Ancient Ward again. I feel like we just haven't really done a lot. I mean, like, a long rest here? Yeah, I'll be okay long resting.
Crashes to the floor, and you try to catch your breath.
Oh, maybe I won't be. I thought it was all enemies. It's only all the cultists?
Suddenly the altar starts to tremble, smoke and fire rising from its core.
Uh-oh.
Demons made of flame emerge from it, and an inferno engulfs the room. You realize that you've failed to stop the ritual.
Apparently so. Problem. Well, I guess I know what I'm disarming now, huh? Oh, they're not moving. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. What? I'm not worried about that. They're not even moving. They're not even doing anything. In fact, they don't even get to go. Is that right? Hang on. It looks like they've drawn a card, but they haven't got into the initiative order. I presume that they are going. Oh, I don't have line of sight. That is awkward. Do I have line of sight? Oh. Well, I guess I'm going to move in then, huh? I guess I'll be moving on in. It's a lot of shields. It is a lot of shields. But we do have wound. We do have wound. We do have poison. I do have a Doomstalker who, although kind of, you know, doesn't have huge attacks, I will be able to have advantage at least. I have burned exposed, which maybe wasn't the best idea now. I thought maybe they'd just be living spirits. So I was like, yeah, living spirits, fine. But these guys are definitely the big shield boys. Does anyone ever get pierced high enough to ignore those? Yes, the scoundrel. Technically. Punch throughs quite a lot too, right? Punch throughs, pierce. Is pierce like 3 or 4? But if they remain near the altar, they will heal. That's a good point. We might have to like kite them out. Also, by the way, I can just instant kill with Fatal Fury this. I will not be playing spiked armor anymore. That's one dead. Ooh, I don't have any dooms? I have no dooms? What? I only have 1 doom left. How has this happened, chat? Have I just accidentally been burning all of my dooms without realizing it? I think I have. Oh, I burned Darkened Sky's top. That's why. That does make Wild Command a bit rubbish, doesn't it? I guess I can go fresh kill into this and just hope for a good draw. We will see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be able to get with the Hawk Helm without having to move too much. I'll use that then. Can always swap him into like here. Actually, is that a really like, is that huge brain idea? I think that might be huge brain. Oh, that's so good. Oh. I love the fact you can do stuff like that with this character. Why did I take 2 damage? Is that because of this? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good night, sir. I didn't bring Race to the grave. I forgot to side it back in. I sided it out for the last mission. Yoink! Where's your altar now, fool? What does it matter to swap? Well, it means I don't have to take the 2 damage, I guess. I forgot that the heal was gone, actually. That's a good point. I thought the heal was still there. Thanks, guys. That's a range. What? Range what? Retaliate range 4? Interesting. 4. I thought it would be like 3. I knew they had ranged retaliate that was pretty bad, but 4. Is this at the beginning of the turns? Start of each of their turns. I think we know we need to get that going, don't we? This bear is going to be in trouble, isn't he? This bear. Resolute Stand is going to need to win. We don't necessarily need to use it, but we can absolutely, yeah. I mean, we need to get down to a number of cards anyway. I'm hopeful that something like this can do the job. You know, we've got Expose. Gonna keep taking a bunch of retaliate damage, though. Now that does a lot, right? Ooh, good hit. Attack 5, target 2. Actually, we won't do this because we want to resolute stand that guy. Oh, shoot. He's target 2. Why did I do that? I should have just walked away. Oh, no. I just burned Burning Hatred. That's fine. That's fine. I just burned Burning Hatred to the damage. That helps us get down an extra card as well, just in case. Don't think we're necessarily going to need it, though. I think we're pretty good here. What is it? Down to 3, is it? 3 or fewer. So actually, this is going to be fine, because we're going to burn this. Yeah, this is good. We just need Resolute Stand here, and we need... we can't get there until we need at least a couple more moves. However, if I short rests, if it comes at Resolute Stand, I can't re-roll, really. I will do it anyway. Yeah, we should be fine. We'll get there, and then maybe we'll do it the turn afterwards. Hey, Iron Wine, how's it going? So, just keep hitting it, really. I have full confidence that our bear should be able to deal with this. So we just short rest here, go super early. Yeah, good job we went that early. Kill him. Well, that's unfortunate, really, isn't it? What's he doing? He's healing as well. No, you're not. Get this loot in the corner, because you never know. We might be able to come back for the rest of this. Are you preempting the miss? That's not very nice. getting our loot. Ooh, we have to give up that one loot. Rough. On 1 health as well. If I hit resolute stand with my short rest, I don't get it. I guess I have to long rest just so I... Oh no, I can short rest now. I've got it in hand. That's all good. Ta-da! Either way, we're exhausting this turn, chat. Either way. Whatever happens. I think we should be fine, though. And we should be able to get a little bit of loot as well on the way out, which is nice. What? What? Oh, it's not in range anymore? Oh, this changed completely. I thought it was still ranged. I thought it was still within range too, which is why I just moved. Oh, I didn't know. That's awkward. I didn't realize that. I might restart the round. I assumed it was just damage. I thought it was exactly the same as it was before. Like, I didn't even notice that this had changed. That deserves a bonk. Alright, I'll give you that. That's... makes it quite a lot harder, doesn't it? I mean, I'm probably still okay. Right? Well, maybe not. I'll redo it anyway. I still have it? Yeah, I do, but I would like to get the XP on the Berserker. Alright, so I just need to get the... I need to get a big heal here. Which is fine, we can do that. How much is it? 2 damage, right? So I need to heal quite a bit. I actually need to go for a Primal Blessing here, don't I? Really? That'll be 2. That's not awkward at all. 28, 34. Yeah, I mean, I probably still have it here, right? But... this way I get the loot. I don't necessarily have to worry about this stuff. I think it's a bit better. Shield 5 is very strong. It is very hard to deal with, yeah. Bear's hanging on for dear life. So, can I get line of sight there? I can. They're perfect, though. We're down to 1. Right, how much XP we're going to get? Not bad. Was that 3? 3 XP. 18 damage.
The fire stops, and the only thing that remains on the altar is a small, glowing amber core.
Yeah, Kira. Race to the grave would have been excellent in this scenario, but I forgot to sight it back in.
You pick it up, and it feels surprisingly cold in your hand. You're able to sell the gem for a nice profit.
Nice.
And you resolve to never help crying women in taverns ever again.
What a ruse. Nice. Okay. Good. We got the perk done. We got this done. Let's say this we just couldn't get done. Yeah, pretty good. I think we could have, like, we absolutely could have finished with the Doomstalker there. But we want to try and get some more XP here. And it was just like a minor misplay. I don't think it's fine. You didn't know that you were supposed to factor in the extra damage there. Oh, absolutely. That's why it's so good. If you can get, like, blesses and just pump it up, this character can, like, almost level up in a single, like, a single attack. It's pretty silly. The thing is, as well, is that the higher level you are, like, the less health you have, so the more damage it can do as well. So it's kind of like... It really accelerates you potentially from, like, you know, high level 5s and 6s up to, like, level 9. Like, it really speeds up that kind of journey. 14 gold each. That seems fair. That seems very fair. Okay, we got some perks. Let's go for... I don't like the rolling... heal because sometimes you don't want it. And a rolling stun is probably the best here. We've got plenty of wound already. Rolling stun's always nice. But as I said before, that I feel like we're missing out on just like a little bit of stun in this party, and I think that'll help balance that. Also, if I remember to change my cards back out, I can't believe that I don't have a ranged attack. I really needed a ranged attack in that scenario, and I just didn't have it. I think it was because I've been playing probably Fatal Fury, but the Fatal Fury was really good in that last room. I just feel like I'm missing Cauterize. Like, I just want Cauterize back. I need to find a way to sneak it in somewhere. And Spiked Armor's too good too. Maybe we'll try this for now. See how we do. We will go for +1 wound because it's essentially 1 damage. At least 1 extra point of damage. Anything that's like +1 wound, it's kind of like almost technically like a +2 because the wound's gonna hopefully do a tick of damage, especially if you go early, and this character can always go early, so always a good flip. We also want to change the cards around a little bit here because we did not have Race to the Grave. I definitely feel like we need that. I might take out Relentless Offensive. Didn't feel like it was doing enough for us, that one. Everything else I'm pretty happy with, though, I think. That was it. I felt like I was just missing 1 Doom. 1 extra Doom there. I think that's pretty good. Okay. City Encounter chat. 1 hour as well until Craig joins us on stream to do a quick Q&A. So we should have time to just sneak in a nice small scenario or something. Right, let's have a poll. What are we going to do, chat? What are we going to do? First poll of the night. Do you go for option 1 or option 2? So as the daylight fades, you find yourselves wandering through a half-crowded market street browsing wares. Hey, over here! You turn the direction of the voice to see a filthy vermling gesturing from a dark alley. Oh. Not again! Always! Why? Why? Yeah, you grim-looking chaps. I have something you might be interested in. No, really not, sir. No, thank you, sir. I think we're fine. The vermling holds out a piece of metal covered in sludge. Found this in the sewer. Writing on it I don't understand, but I know it's valuable. You can have it for 10 gold. Option 1, pay for the thing. You never know. Option 2, refuse to pay. Never trust a vermling. Hey, big comfy couch. You just unlock circles. Any general advice? Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on what difficulty you're playing on, really. Because it's a character that can struggle a little bit, I would say, on increased difficulty. But on normal difficulty, I think really, I like to use, what is it? The bottom of, get all your cards, well, not get all your cards back, but get like 4 cards back, generally speaking. You want to play with all of the ranged summons for sure, but you only get 1 at level 1. So depending on what level you're playing from as well, that kind of maybe might impact things. You want to be quite careful with your card stamina, I would say, because you are a character that burns a lot of cards, and you could in theory burn a lot of cards very, very, very quickly. So you have to be a bit careful about that. Pick and choose your spots. Certain summons are, you know, good, you know, I would say okay to good on normal difficulty, or, you know, on easy difficulty. Then there are some that are just not particularly great. It's like, for example, the wolves. Wolves are good to, like, if you play on normal, but as soon as you kind of go up, they, unfortunately, they die a little bit too quickly, in my opinion. So usually, like, choose a summon. I would maybe work towards enhancing the Vine Shooter, I think it is, Thorn Shooter. Work towards enhancing that early, and you'll have some good success. So increase its movement, increase its range, I believe. That's always a really good. Flirt with the vermling. No. What'd you guys go with in the end, anyway? 2. Well done, chat. Thank you. Oh. The number of times this vermling's tried to scam us, and we've already got the item. What are you doing to us? Okay. So we got about an hour. So let's pick a nice scenario we could do in an hour. An easy one we can do in about an hour. Doom Trench fits that category quite well, because it is one where we just need to get out. So as long as we get a load of movement cards, theory, we can do this one fairly quick. So I think Doom Trench is a good candidate for this. We'll have to swap out some of our cards, make sure we have lots of movement, maybe get a bit of jump on some people. But I think that that's a pretty good one. Oozing Grove, no. No, guys. No. Are any of the melee ones worth using? You're at higher difficulty on Worried Lol. The level 9. If you can get our friend the giant toad, if you can get him to work, and you have a way to consistently use him, he is very good. It's just his movement sucks. So again, that's a lot of gold. You're gonna have to try and enhance that movement. But if you can control him regularly and get him to take extra turns, actually pretty good. But that's like a level, I think that's a pretty high level summon. Okay. Things that will help us move. We're gonna need the move 5. We're gonna need jump as well. Jump is actually surprisingly important in this one. Well, I mean, say surprisingly. It's a get to the end type scenario. I guess you should kind of go figure that you're gonna need jump, but it's the kind of scenario that I think Claw Patrol are going to actually maybe struggle on. Because we're going to be ignoring the bat. Actually, I guess we just swap ourselves in, don't we? What am I even joking about? What we don't even have any movement. We stay in the first room and we swap ourselves into the last room. What am I even thinking about? I don't even need to worry about that. I always forget. This character is just broken for this scenario. I just swap myself with, like, the last enemy in the room when we open it. I don't even have to worry about it. Yeah. I mean, I'll take a move 5 anyway, but yeah, we're fine. Yeah, who needs jump with swap? Correct. I always forget that is a thing that exists. That it is very, very strong. We got a little bit of jump here already with our winged shoes. That's fine. But I do feel like, as we saw in that last one, this is definitely not a blood pack scenario. 100% this is not a blood pack scenario. So let's... I mean, Numb the Pain might be okay. Let's move 3. Dazing Wound, move 4. That's probably a bit better. Push might be okay. From the Brink might actually be fairly decent here. Because if you can't jump over something, you could always kind of like push it away and then try and make a little route. Let's try that. And I think for you, we're actually pretty good. Although we do have another, like, we have like a teleport here too, don't we? So, could just use this. We could actually just run all the way with the Berserker on their own. Just go. Then we just resolute stand. We teleport and then we resolute stand something in the last room. And then we're just in. That could be kind of funny. All right, let's try and meme on this scenario a little bit. Let's see if we can get that to work. I'm probably not going to play exposed. Right, let's do it.
You stare at the first location on Hale's map. Out in the middle of the ocean, far beneath the waves. Of course it is.
Here, Platin. Jaws DLC confirmed. Any news about Forgotten Circles? No news about Forgotten Circles, but yes, Jaws confirmed today. In about an hour, we've got Craig joining for a bit of Q&A from the team. So we're going to ask him some questions. Because all we had today was like the kind of like the reveal and a little bit of information about it. So he's kindly offered to jump on and answer some questions. I know people have got a lot.
Map, you've arrived at the proper coordinates. Nothing left to do but
voice. He'll be in voice. We'll do a Discord call.
Dive into the depths. Using small rocks that emanate light, you sink down into the depths. After a few minutes, the extreme discomfort of breathing through the orb gives way to a mere mild annoyance. And still, you descend. You hit the bottom of a trench, and shadowy figures emerge from the murky waters. Guardians of whatever you're looking for, no doubt. The last thing you want to do right now is fight, but you must press on.
Kill 5 or more monsters? Nope. You reveal a room tile? Yes, absolutely. Never allow your current hit point value to drop below half. Be the first to kill. Yeah, we can make that work. Use no items during the scenario. Yeah, probably not. Cause a trap to be sprung. Do we have a push on the bear? We do usually have one, but do we actually have it equipped? I'm pretty sure there's a fair few traps on this one. Let's bring Forceful Swipe. See if we can get that done. Right, so this should, in theory, be very quick and easy, chat. It shouldn't take us the whole hour, hopefully. We could probably do it in... Well, I don't know how many exact turns, but probably like under 10 turns. Right, well, we need to jump on the first turn, which is a little bit awkward. Any traps? Not really. Not really. Only problem is these guys. They are going to be doing some serious damage to us, unfortunately. Rip bear. The bear is unfortunately a disposable asset in this one. We still want to try and earn lots of XP though on these guys. Like we definitely still want to be earning like a decent amount of XP just because we can kind of cheese the scenario pretty quick. How many rooms have we got? We got this 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms. It's not actually that far, but there's a lot of like obstacles and things in the way. I'm pretty sure there's deep terrors like spanning this room. We've also got the invis cape. We're gonna have to use that at a very opportune moment. This guy's got retaliate 4 though. I don't really want to retaliate against that. I also don't just want to take a bunch of damage from it though. I guess I could go here and try and do a lot of damage to these guys. I don't mind that so much. This should hopefully kill this guy. And then we get our... we get our main battle goal done for the Doomstalker, which is nice. Okay, so we'll move up to here. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it's probably going to have to be, isn't it? Don't really want more of these guys. Hopefully Forgotten Circles will come, but you're pretty sure they will add it too, someday at least. The thing with Forgotten Circles is that I feel like it's more likely that we just see the character rather than we see the story. If that makes sense? Like, Jaws of the Lion, as they've announced it, you know, sounds like it's going to be the Jaws of the Lion game. But I don't know if that would be the case with Forgotten Circles. Like, I get more of a feeling like they're probably open to the idea of releasing the character and maybe readjusting her story in some way, maybe creating another sort of brand new story or an offshoot or something to use the character. But I'm not so sure that you would get it as it's made in the physical game. That's my initial feeling, because it just feels like it wouldn't fit very well. It's more of a physical game experience than it is a video game experience. I don't think it will translate very well. Like, I get the feeling like that would be like a good, like, best of both worlds situation where everybody gets what they want, which is to play with the character. And that I think would work quite well. Not too bad. We'd love to work with them on Forgotten Circles. I think it would be a good idea. Like, because they've had to do it in Gloomhaven already, and part of what I want to talk to Craig about is that, you know, I know that in Jaws of the Lion there are certain scenarios that are quite unique and different. Like, they're constructed in a way that I could see would be difficult to completely translate. So maybe they found a way to do it. Maybe they have. But I thought it's more likely is they've had to adjust some of them, which is also fine as long as in spirit they work, right? Being at 1 health doesn't seem great. I guess that's the world we find ourselves in, huh? That doesn't seem great. Primal Blessing top, maybe? Like bomb? $11 shield wound target all adjacent enemies. That's a bit of a problem. I can't go before that either. Crap. Actually crap. Oh, I guess I'm burning a card. Wow. That's actually the perfect card for them to play. Damn you, lurkers. What are you trying to do to me? What is it? Retaliate 4? I could probably long rest. Get that back. I've also got my potion, so. Damn it, crab. No need to get crabby. More interesting, the Isaac asks for some changes for digital. Ooh. Long as we keep disorienting raw, it's fine, right? It's fine. What's it doing? I mean, I might as well just use the stun powder here. I don't want to take too much damage here on my berserker. We know we've got a plan to get through this dungeon, so we don't really need to worry about it too much. We have an ingenious plan. Arrows. Well, there's the traps. Maybe we could just focus on getting the chest with the other guys. I wonder what those changes that Isaac asked for. Might have to ask Craig about that. About general, maybe some like general balance changes. I could see that. Like to kind of bring the game into the wider kind of Gloomhaven canon, if you like. The bear's probably going to kill that, so I'm going to bank on that. A good one to hit with immobilize there, because now he can't actually move at all off, and then we can just long rest probably. Go on, bear, you got it. No! You had one job. One job. So sad. Here's the swarm of cats. In a digital game interface, does anyone know how to choose not to create an element during your turn? It's not possible. It's not allowed. That would be against the rules of the game. If something that you are doing would create an element, you have to create it. In a physical game, you do not have to create the element. You're not really sure. I don't believe that's the case. It's like you can't, like, you can decline parts of an action, but I believe that's not part of an action. That's tied to the ability. So if you were to perform any amount of the ability on the card, you would generate it, right? It's not, you're allowed to choose if it was on a modifier flip. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever played that way or had played with that, but... Yeah, certainly not on cards, because it's part of the ability. It's like if you play Perverse Edge bottom, right? You, like, creating the ice is part of playing the action. So you can decline playing the action, but if you want to play the action, you got to create the ice, because it's part and parcel of what the action is. Like, it's not a it's not like an optional part of it, if that makes sense, because it's not always positive, because sometimes you don't want to create elements because you don't want enemies to, you know, consume them to then have powerful effects. So that's kind of like the risk reward. Like thematically it makes sense, like that you would have to create it. I get it with the attack modifier flips, although I mean, I don't really understand why that is the case. I guess because you can just... I mean, I guess it's a positive effect from the flip. I don't know. But see, I've never had that be relevant to me. But I have actually not played abilities on cards before because the enemy is going to consume the element that turn. Like, I've done it and I've been like... For example, if you're playing against living spirits and they're going to consume ice to do a stun, I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm creating ice this turn. So I'd have to not play Perverse Edge, which is like really weird. But yeah. Will the Q&A go on YouTube? Probably. Or what I might do is a condensed version. It depends on how long we go for and what kind of comes out of it. I'm going to record the whole session and we'll just see. But it'll either go up or I'll do like a kind of like a recap or something for YouTube. Yeah. But if I do that, it won't be up on the YouTube until probably Friday because I got to work tomorrow. So then I will tomorrow I will kind of put it all together. Am I going to be able to get to these traps to be able to push something in? I don't know. I don't think I will be able to. Hey, Skylord. Exciting news. It is. Everyone is super psyched for this. I think it's the expansion that pretty much everybody wanted. I think it also makes Gloomhaven Digital like actually pretty much the complete package, because the way that I see like if a new player is I guess the only downside to this actually is that it's DLC and it's not part of the core game, because in my opinion the best way for a new player to be introduced to Gloomhaven is physical Jaws of the Lion with the tutorial system that the game has. I think it's fantastic and it really helps players learn, and it's a, you know, there's just enough stuff in the box to be fun and keep you entertained, and then you can finish it in a reasonable amount of time. You know, it's not a huge time commitment. Like Gloomhaven's about what? It's probably around about 3 or 4 times the time commitment. So it's maybe about a quarter. So a bit less than a quarter's worth, and fifth or something worth of what like Gloomhaven is. So I really like that you can kind of do that, get to understand if you like the game and then go on. I guess being a DLC, that isn't really going to happen, but at least at that point then it's going to say like there's really no reason to not get digital, because you can get Jaws of the Lion in there, you can get that. The only thing you'd want it for is Forgotten Circles, where you'd want the original game. When that may come in the future, we don't know. But also, that one is a very much like, I would consider it to be like optional almost in a way. Like I feel like some people will like it, some people won't, and I think it's very much one you'd want to research, and it's for like veteran players anyway. Whereas I think like Jaws is like a starter game, and as it was designed to be, and then like people would step up. So it's a bit weird that it's a DLC, because really it should be like your first step. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I've got to ask Craig all these things anyway. You think they might even pull some people in if it was standalone at a slightly lower price point? Yeah, possibly. It's like, it's a bit, I like it because it means we can play everything together, which is ultimately what I really want. But from like a introducing people to the game perspective, it's like, yeah. I think it is the best way to learn the game, is really to play Jaws of the Lion tutorial. It's the best way to learn the game. Hands down. Not even close. Ooh. Easier to patch / code if it's part of the Gloomhaven digital core game. Yeah, for sure. And obviously it makes sense to do everything inside the engine and what have you, because, you know, they built the framework, right? But it's just one of those things where, like, hey, it would have been really cool. I think a lot of people would have really liked that. Can I tell you how long you've known? I mean, officially, unofficially. Officially, like 2 days. There's been rumors going around for a long time, right? You know, it's not like no rumors that I've known about, but we've talked about rumors before. There were rumors going around. There were theories. You know, I had my suspicions and my thoughts, but I was not officially told really until, yeah, this week, the beginning of this week. Really, like, I think it was, yeah. For you, it's a bit odd that it'll unlock after the second campaign scenario. Will make them learn to play scenarios a bit out of place. Yeah, and also it will kind of force people to have to play Black Barrow and Barrow Layer, which are not the best introductions to the game, let's say. I think we just long rest next turn. Should we start spreading Frosthaven digital rumors and see if it happens? I already I sent Craig a joke earlier, just say be prepared to answer questions about Frosthaven, even though you've just announced like brand new DLC. It's like it was funny because it was like the same thing like through the development cycle of the game. It was hilarious because whenever like Craig could be like, oh yeah, we've done this, like, you know, and the devs were ready to show something. It was like, we've got a multiplayer, guys, or like we've got this, and there'd always be like the first comment on like the Twitter post or whatever, on the Discord post would be like, campaign when? And then as soon as like they announced the campaign, everyone's like, yeah, so like when's the like Jaws of the Lion coming out? And then after like they announced Jaws of the Lion, everyone's like, yeah, so like when's Frosthaven out? Like, people's appetite cannot be fulfilled. I already unofficially know about the Frosthaven release. Yeah, I wish. All I say about that is that Frosthaven is a game we have not even received in physical yet. And is a much, much more complicated game in terms of like class mechanics. So I would feel like it would take them a very long time to get it, to make it. Plus, I also don't feel like it's necessarily in Asmodee's, you know, and, you know, Isaac's wishes for them to release it like at the same time or in a similar window. Because realistically, you want the physical game to be delivered to the Kickstarter backers. You want people to play it. You want to see if how well it's received. And then, you know, you'd then consider maybe doing something later on down the line. You know, bear in mind that Gloomhaven came out quite a long time ago. It took a long time for them to go, let's make a digital version of this game. Because they knew it was a big undertaking. It's not like just hey, let's throw a couple of devs at it and we'll have a digital version in a year. Like, I know that now they've got this going, so they've got something to build on, sure, but it's still a lot of work, and I just don't see it personally, or at least any time in any, you know, near future. Like we maybe in like 4 years time, I don't know, 4 or 5 years time. How many copies of Gloomhaven Digital have been sold? I truly do not know the answer to that. I'm pretty sure it's been successful, but I couldn't tell you how many have been sold. Geminate will be fun. Yeah, Geminate will cause some Geminate's like, it completely changes the way the game's played. Like, and a lot of the classes like that. Geminate more than most for the starters, but all of them change the game in like certain ways, right? Like the fact that even something simple, like I've been thinking about like how the hell the bone horde would work. Like that would be a nightmare to make that work properly. Also, because there's no player controlled ambiguity in digital, like certain characters like that I think might be slightly worse. So I don't know, like there's stuff like that. How's that gonna work? How's the Deathwalker's shadows gonna work? How is the time token system gonna work? How is that gonna display on a character how many time tokens they have for the Blink Blade? Like, and these are just the starting characters. The only starting character they could literally make tomorrow is probably the Drifter, because literally all of the mechanics already exist. It's just a case of putting the token back, like giving a charge rather than taking a charge, which I'm sure is probably pretty simple to code. Maybe I'm assuming too much there, but... Formations. Yeah, formations. Like, the game has never had to care, like, an enemy or, like, an ally needs to be in this spot, right? Now it's like, oh, now we need to code something into the game where this matters. Do we know how much it'll cost? No, that's one of the questions that I'm gonna levy at Craig in about 20 minutes. But I don't know whether or not he will reveal that. Yeah, it's probably not really his department, you know? He's probably not... It's not really his... That's... I imagine that there's other people who are more worried about that. I don't know. Scoundrel cares about adjacency. True. True. Maybe you can rework that. You have 2 kidneys, just take my money. Well, I say it's a DLC, guys. The main game is... I think we said it was $35. It's about just under £30 here in the UK. It's about $35, like, full price. So, like, I mean, we're probably... I mean, I don't know. Speculatively, I would assume that it will be somewhere around the 20 mark, but I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know. You want to know if there'll be some extra skins for the characters? That's a good question. I'll put that on the list. Extra skins. I have been compiling a list of questions. So thank you everybody who has sent in questions either in chat or on Discord or on YouTube. I have taken a note of as many as I can. So am I interviewing him? Or is Craig? No, Craig will not. Craig cannot be trusted to interview. I don't know, actually. The bottom of this could have some situational use towards the end. Let's get rid of Devil Horns. It's probably not doing anything, right? Craig interviewing Craig. God, Craigception. I don't know if we can handle that much Craig, chat. I don't know if we can handle it. I don't have my invis anymore, so this makes this next section a little bit more awkward than I was hoping for. I was going to go for a big jump. I know that there's, like, loads of deep terrors in this room. Loads of them. What are we going on? 37, 40. I'm thinking, can I get away with the could I get away with the swap this round? I think I probably could, right? That's fine. Will the Jaws of the Lion tile sets be available for the scenario maker? Another one of my questions, Dan, I've got down already. That's a good question. I was thinking that myself on how that's going to work. And also, one thing that's very different to me is that in base Gloomhaven, it's just generic dungeon tiles. Like, there's no set dressing. Because you can't, right? They're using the same tiles for every scenario. So, you know, you get slightly themed tiles for different areas. And what the devs have done in digital is they've kind of jazzed it up a little bit in certain areas and for certain missions, right? And that's one thing that I'm very curious about, because actually in Jaws, there's all of that stuff is already there. Like, they've done that because it was just a map book. Each map was only used once, so they could decorate it and make it look how they want. So I found Jaws of the Lion to be, you know, obviously much more visually appealing in terms of like the scenarios that you played. So I'm interested to know, like, if they've done something like that, or they are they using just like the same kind of tiles? Like, how are they doing it? Like, have they designed brand new tiles and they're all looking different? And I don't know. That's one of the questions I got. We're gonna be taking some damage, aren't we, here, huh? Retaliate 4. Both of them are just retaliate 4. Is it worth me stunning them? I mean, kind of. It's an attack 5. I guess they'd have disadvantage against me. Oh, plus I have to take the 2 damage anyway? Nah, let's just stay there then. Cards. I don't think we really need any more cards, do we? This is an interesting strat, only possible from knowing the scenario ahead of time. Yes, definitely. Although, saying that, I mean, it does tell you that you just need to get to the end, right? And so you could kind of employ this strat a little bit. Bye! Don't leave the bear. I'm sorry. He's been sacrificed. Flurry them axes. Yeah, next time we can do for that. We can go for that. Does feel kind of cheesy, this, but I mean, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Are the devs taking questions from chat as well as me, or just from me? Well, I mean, like, you guys, obviously, it's a community Q&A. So if you've got questions, put them in chat. I have tried to compile a list from questions that people have asked before this. So if you do have one that you really want to have asked, let me know. Because I'll put it on the list, and then it'll be there. So I've got, like, a list of questions to work from. I don't know how long we've got Craig for. You know, maybe, like, half an hour or something. I really don't know. I guess it depends on how well it goes. So we'll see. But yeah, if you've got questions in chat, then do it. But like, I've got like a list I've tried to compile from YouTube and from here and from the Discord, so that we've got, like, you know, some solid things to talk about without having to just like constantly dip backwards and forwards into chat. But yeah, if you've got one, let me know, because I can put it on the list if it's not already on the list. Right, so we just need to kill this, which we know we're gonna do. Big old flurry of axes upcoming. No! Why did it have to be 2? Why did it have to be ranged retaliate? The sinking ship scenario is different in digital because of the water rising mechanics. They just made up the map. They might have done that for Jaws, just made 25 new maps. That's, yeah, maybe my feeling that they might have done that. They might have just kind of like moved everything across, which I think would be a bit of a shame. Like, I'm thinking about, I mean, Jaws of the Lion's like a little bit spoiler territory at the moment, so I don't want to talk too much about specific scenarios in Jaws, because I don't want, you know, that to spoil for anybody. And also for myself, because as I say, I haven't played through the entire thing, so I'm looking forward to actually doing that now, because it's going to be so much easier for me to do it in digital than it is for me to, because I'm playing through it with my girlfriend, so we both have to be free, both have to be in the mood. Like, we've been taking our time with it. So it'll be really cool to do that. But there are some unique scenarios that I've played, and I'm like, that would be hard. Like, I know that in this version so far, they haven't done that. But the thing is that it's okay to do the odd scenario like that, or have to do the odd scenario like that. It's understandable. But when it's like the majority of scenarios, that's when I kind of go, because there are quite a few that have got like stuff going on, you know? Right, this is going to hurt, isn't it? This is really going to hurt. Will the Q&A session be up on YouTube later? Yes, either in its full form, depending on how it goes, or what I might do is I might just do like an edited, like, you know, summary. I might do a quick summary video or something. But yeah, probably be up on Friday. Sure. How far through me at Jaws at this point? I think I'm about... I want to say I'm about 11 or 12 scenarios in, including the tutorial. So we did the tutorial because I personally wanted to see how it was, but also my girlfriend was brand new. She was learning it, so it made sense to do that. So we did that, and I'm trying to think what the last mission is we did. We definitely beat a boss in the last scenario that we did. If that's any indication for people who might know. We definitely faced a boss. Zoop! The team's all here. Hey, JJ, did you miss the Q&A? Nope, we are going to be starting in about 10 minutes. So I'm just finishing this scenario up, and then make sure Craig's okay. I mean, he has messaged me, is he yet? Oh, he has. Yeah, so he's here somewhere, kicking around. Have I hit a branching point yet? Yes. Yes. But we haven't got to level 5 yet. Which is, I think, like the most, kind of like the thing that a lot of people say. I think we're very close to it. I think we're probably like one scenario away. But we haven't got to that point. Which I know is like that's a big point in that game, right? Poor bear. Fight them! Get them! Die a hero! Was this guy got just... that's only range 3. Baromir. Nice. Which characters are we using, Jaws? I'm playing the Hatchet and my girlfriend's playing the Demolitionist. Right, have I done my battle goals? I think I have, right? Just open a door. Perfect. Cause a trap. Oh, we're not going to get to do the trap one, are we, really? It was worth a try. So I've never seen the Red Guard and Void Ward in action. I've seen other people play them. Like I've watched, you know, Gripe, and I've seen them played, and I've watched a few videos regarding them. But no, I've never actually, like, played them. So it's an exciting time for me too. I'm really looking forward to just kind of getting stuck in, because like it's the most requested video that I get. It's basically, can you do Jaws characters? I was like, yes, but only once I've played enough of them, you know? And digital allows me to really play a lot of them as well, very quickly, which is good. Like I'll be able to get them up to level 9 really quickly. I might even play them in Guildmaster, because they're going to be available in that. And it'll be a really good idea to just kind of like go for it and just try and like play as much as I can. And those missions are quicker, easier, can get XP quicker. That's actually just giving me another question. Right, well, I guess I'll just go for the resolute stand on this, and then we try and kind of leave, I think, right? I think that's what we should try and do here. Honestly, we've done everything, and I want to get Craig in here, so time is going on. So we'll just finish this off, I think. We'll finish this turn. I need some kind of move myself here, though, don't I? Move to swap positions with your bear. I think I can decline that, though, right? We're about to find out. In Guildmaster, will we have to do random things to unlock them? That is one of the questions on the list. Phew. That would have been awkward. You hope they're starter characters, because you're getting tired of always starting with just the 6. Well, the way that they're doing it is that you have to complete the first 2 scenarios, and then it unlocks after that. So you're going to have to play Black Barrow and Barrow Layer. And then I guess you could just go straight into using the Jaws characters. But again, that's another kind of question that I've got for them. Like, how is that going to work? Like, how are they introduced? Why, you know, or can you actually play those characters for the first 2 missions, but you can only do the story content from after that? Do you know what I mean? So do we actually have access to all of them as starting characters, and then from scenario 2 we can do the Jaws story content? Or is it like we have to do the first 2 playing as base and then it kind of unlocks? Run!
Now that's a lot of damage.
Pew pew. All right. Easy. Poor bear just chilling there. It's gonna live though, right? Is it gonna live? Possibly. It's just gotta... I mean, it's an attack 5. We keep on fighting. I think I should join you and Barbie in the Gloomhaven sesh because you're just bad at it, just plain awful. Well, I mean, we play multiplayer on Sundays.
You press ever forward, leaving the wretched trench. Looking behind you, you see the figures of more lurkers waiting in the shadows, but they do not pursue. Perhaps they are afraid of whatever lies ahead. You go deeper through a crack in the earth until your path shifts, suddenly upward. You emerge from the cold, unforgiving water into an air pocket deep beneath the waves. You spit out your water-breathing orb, grateful to finally breathe normally and take a short rest. Through the darkness ahead of you, you see an expansive cavern, which houses a massive stone structure. This unnatural sight, so far removed from anything you're familiar with, fills you with irrational, foreboding dread.
Ooh. Nice. We're getting there with this. I was actually a bit scared that we wouldn't be able to do this personal quest, because on increased difficulty, you just have to ignore these sometimes. But actually, we're making decent progress, so that's been good. Could call it a mode that's harder than deadly if you're a team with him. Do you remember when we played the weird... We did that weird challenge on Sunday once where I had to be the traitor and I had to try and stop you guys from winning. And I was playing the crack heart and I was just being really obnoxious and just putting obstacles in really annoying places. We were playing Burning Mountain. And at the end of it, I just felt really bad because I think it was... I think it might have been Oxy. I can't remember. One player got absolutely hosed by me because I just wouldn't leave them alone. I just kept doing damage to them, blocking them in. It was really miserable. It was interesting. I think did I stop them from winning? I think they might have won still. I don't know. I think I might have just exhausted myself. I think I exhausted myself and then I couldn't really do anything, and then they had enough like left in the tank. In fact, I'm pretty sure they did win. I think Nonsensical was like running around as a mind thief, like going invisible and jumping around the place. I couldn't catch him. Pretty sure that was what happened. Yeah, I remember the mind thief being pivotal in winning that scenario. Jumping around, being invisible. I couldn't catch up. It's like lumbering crackheart. What am I supposed to do? Just disappeared off into the mission. I couldn't do anything about it. Right. So I think what we'll do, chat, is we'll leave everything for next episode of Deadly, where we'll pick off and we'll do all of the level ups and we'll do the city encounter then, because we want to get into the Q&A now with Craig. So at the beginning of the next episode of Deadly, we'll go through and we'll do all of this sort of stuff. So stay tuned for that. So that's what we'll do at the beginning of the next session. So there we have it. There is the end of episode 17. A nice couple of scenarios there. Really good to do Doom Trench with this particular group because we could just kind of cheese our way through to the end of it there, which was really, really good. Really enjoyed sort of playing that way, being able to teleport two characters to basically the end of the scenario was, yeah, made it a little bit easier, made it a bit more fun, and nice to approach a scenario like that in a different way than maybe the scenario is always intended for you to play, and tends maybe for you to naturally push through and kind of go to the end there, but actually you can just kind of end the scenario very, very quickly. This is a really good scenario, by the way, for doing the win a scenario without actually doing any damage type. I think it's a Steam achievement for that. Doom Trench, fantastic scenario for that. Just go in with 2 and get it done. Yeah, really, really good. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps me out so much on growing the channel on YouTube, and I do really, really appreciate everyone who does, and even everybody who just watches the video. It means so much to me, and it's been a real whirlwind on the channel recently, so thank you all so much. You really are too kind, and thank you so much. It just means the world to me. Don't forget to come over to twitch.tv/ManageRequest on every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday to watch me live. Mondays and Wednesdays are the Deadly playthroughs most of the time now. Wednesdays are still going to be a bit of a floating day, but we're still playing quite a lot of Deadly on Wednesdays as well. And Sundays is the community save. So if you'd like to play multiplayer with me, then head over to the stream on a Sunday. Okay, all that's left for me to say again is thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
I think still, yeah.
That's the blessing from Cowhead. That's the blessing from.
Isaac, at this point, can we get your approval to add an additional attack modifier deck for allies in the digital version?